How to fix the 3 most common mistakes that every amateur golfer makes that's killing their golf game. Today we find out with PGA coach James Dean. We have a special tool that's also going to aid us today, right?
Yes, which is HackMotion.
Yes, HackMotion.
So first mistake is whenever you start your takeaway, I really don't like the rolling over the hands.
Yes.
Yeah. So make sure your hands are in front of you, not on side of your body. Right. So this drill is going to help you eliminate that wrist rotation and making that flat backswing. So on your setup. So see this line there?
Yes.
So watch this. Soon as I move away from the green line, look at this.
It's too much rolled.
Yeah. And there's a vibration going on my
Oh,
hands too.
so it'll notify you.
Yes.
Okay.
So whenever I stand in the good position, it vibrates. If it doesn't, then it stops.
Okay.
So you can watch the feedback with your eyes visually, or you can actually feel it with your feedback, with your vibration on your hands. So just one, good position, good position. So it helps me get into a proper backswing position too. It's just not just at the takeaway.
This prevents people from doing too much rolling or too much low backswing.
Yeah, so I mean, as soon as you roll over your hands,
everything gets low.
Hands behind you, right? What HackMotion is that it shows you all the angles on your wrist. Either you're going wrist hinging, or wrist flexion, or wrist rotation. So it helps you with a lot of things. So do you remember we did a video about me explaining about how important the wrist is?
The wrist flexion?
Yes, that is pretty much what this is for. So it shows you more detail, all the numbers of how the swing looks.
Right.
Try again. This time I'm gonna hit the ball. Yeah. So it was in a good range, right?
Nice.
So your goal is to get into that good range, like every time.
So if you get to this good range every time, do you have a perfect backswing?
That means your wrist is in a perfect position.
Right. One question I have is, because this mainly tracks the wrist, how much can I rely on this device teaching me about my swing? Because on my backswing, let's say I get fully green on everything here. Is there something else that could be wrong with my backswing even though everything is green?
Oh yeah, it could be your hip might be turning too much, because it's not reading your hip turn. It's not reading your shoulder position.
Right.
So it's only reading your wrist position.
Right.
So you might be doing something wrong with the other part of your muscle, but this is telling you that your wrist positioning is
perfect, but
which
the
is
wrist,
the most important.
The most important, right?
So yeah, that's the one thing that I teach the most during the lesson is just this: keeping the club in front of you, not on the side.
Right.
Okay. Second most common mistake is not bowing your wrist or closing the face on the downswing. So you notice most of the student or most of the subscribers here are slicers or hookers.
Slicers, yes.
Right? So main reason is they couldn't close the face.
Right.
But proper way of closing the face is that a lot of people think that it's the wrist rotation, but it's actually a wrist bowing of the wrist. That's the proper way of closing the face.
Right.
But there are some golfers who like to rotate their wrist. But yeah, so let me show you an example here. So what I mean by bowing the wrist is doing a flexion of your wrist. So you can flex the wrist and come down, your club face is gonna be closed. But if I don't flex it and just keep it more in the extended position, my club face is wide open.
Right.
So if you look from the side view, it's this. You see the club face is closed, my wrist is bowed, impact. And if I'm not bowed, my club face is open here. So when we get into P6 is this position, which is called slot position, right before the impact. Position. We want your wrist to be more in a straighter angle, or your club face facing downward.
Right.
So remember, on the takeaway, we keep our club face facing down on the takeaway. So when you're coming down to your slot position, we want the club face facing down. That's when you can compress the ball well. Because most of the golfer, especially with the driver, the club face is here.
Right.
So if you read the number on the HackMotion, your wrist is pretty much like 30 to 40 degree flexed.
Right.
We want it to be 0.
We're going to have 0 flexion.
Yes.
Okay.
So watch this. So when I'm at the setup, and then backswing, and then you see on the thing it says I'm in the good zone. On the downswing, I gotta maintain that good zone. No, do it slowly, backswing. But watch this. If I get into a good zone and then I flex my wrist, it's outside of the zone.
Right.
That's good zone.
So this is a drill that you have to practice quite slowly.
Yeah, first slowly. So this will be the perfect tool to work on that. So here, so let's just go to the backswing, maintain that zone here, and then maintain the wrist hinge. Okay. Up and come down. It helps you with that feel of bowling the wrist,
Right.
which is the closed face. This is another main reason why people slice the ball. They're always here.
Right.
Huh?
So with this, are we essentially, after we've gotten into our takeaway position, just maintaining our wrist flexion angle the whole way through up and down back to our slot?
Best way is to just maintain it the whole time and then come up and come down. But even for me, it doesn't happen that way.
Right,
Mine
it-
is on my setup. My wrist is a little bit flexed like this, so because I have a little stronger grip.
Right.
And then when I come up, I maintain that wrist, and my wrist becomes a little bit more straighter at the top.
Right.
On the downswing, I bow my wrist a little bit.
Right.
On the downswing. So I started with extended wrist, and then I started to make it straight, and then on the downswing, I bow it.
Right.
That also depends on how much lower body you're using. If you are a person who uses the lower body a lot, then you've got to bow as much as you can to get into impact.
Yes.
If you're someone who doesn't use the lower body and if you bow the wrist like this, then all your ball's gonna go left.
Right.
So yeah, it can also help you fix your hook or left miss too. So let me show you just one more shot. So let me show you a shot with the very extended wrist. See the ball going super right side?
Right.
So what just happened was my wrist was in this position. So this time I'm gonna make it get into a little better position with my wrist. The ball goes much straighter. Yes, you see the line there? It's all green
Yes.
throughout the whole backswing.
Right.
Yeah. So it gives you feedback right away. See the first shot right here, second shot right there.
Right. So live feedback. Yeah, but a lot of the people, when they're doing this, they're just gonna practice it slowly.
Yes, slowly. Oh yeah. This was actually for the downswing. Yeah. So on the downswing, bow the wrist and get into this position and impact. So first thing you gotta do to work on this is just do a small swing. So here, hit the ball like this. So make sure your ball starts to go left first. Like this. Start bowing the wrist and let the ball go left. And then gradually add a speed. And gradually add a speed. So you want your balls to go slightly low.
Right.
Because we're compressing the ball and closing the club face. So then once this becomes more comfortable and once you get the numbers in the green zone, that's when you start doing more of a full swing.
Nice.
Yeah. So okay.
If you think the HackMotion is a useful tool for you, please support our channel by checking it out in our affiliate link down below.
So our third common mistake is the early casting. So have you heard about early casting?
Everyone
right?
has it. I probably still have it.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, your hand starts to flip. Flipping is pretty much early casting. So when your hands are going fast, your club head is going faster than your hands.
Right.
You know that you always want to get into an impact with your hands in front, right, with an iron. But if you cast, it's usually going to be a backward like this.
Right.
So this will, let me show you an example here. So top of the backswing, and then if I come down slowly, I gotta maintain this. Yes.
This is good.
So first you gotta do it slowly.
Okay.
So, okay, backswing, and then come down. This, good.
Right.
So your main goal is to maintain this 90-degree angle up to your slot position. Easy way to do this drill is try to push this handle towards the ground like this instead of throwing the club head down to the ground. And so that was 4 in a row. This time let me try to do a little casting. So let me do that with the swing. Back swing. Yeah. So
Wow.
I try to maintain that casting.
I'm surprised you can track it even though I know you have a full swing speed.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it gives you live feedback when you're hitting a ball, and also when you're hitting a ball too. So here, dress, back swing. So I just casted that one, right? I intentionally did this. It tells you right away, right? So if you cannot get into a green zone on the practice swing, if you're still early casting, you should never hit the ball.
Right.
Because when you start hitting a ball, it's gonna get worse. So if you cannot get into a green zone with the practice swing, just don't hit the ball at all. Just keep practicing this routine. Backswing, throw this handle towards the ball, not the club head. 1, 2. Did you notice I throw the handle this way?
Right.
That's the first thing you gotta work on, because early casting is just number one worst mistake.
Number one.
It's number one.
It's the worst.
So I think this is like a really good tool to help most of the student. So here, and you can even look at the app and then just keep working on that motion. So
right. Would you recommend students to practice this at home and then come take lessons with you to learn faster?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, because this is pretty much exactly what I'm teaching at my studio.
Right. But yours is just more custom because you fix the whole body. This one focuses on the wrist, but wrist is the most important part, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay.
It is. There's another one. It's called just a normal full swing guided practice. So it tells you what your setup, and then top of the backswing, and then impact position, wrist position look like.
Right.
Break it down into 3. So when I do this, I didn't notice before, but I have a very strong grip. So on my setup, I'm around 50-degree cupped, and then on the top of the backswing, I'm around 10-degree, and on the impact, I'm around 0.
Right.
So on the setup, it's around 40. So yeah, see the range here?
Right.
So 37-degree and 15-degree at the top and 9-degree on the bottom. So let me try that one more time. So it's pretty much the same. Yeah. So 36, 10, and 11.
Right.
So you notice the ball went to the right side, right?
Okay.
Around like 5 to 10 yards. Then if my wrist is in 10-degree in the cup position, that's going to the right side. Right. Imagine that was 0, it would have gone more straighter.
Okay.
So let me show you one more time. Same thing, little bit right side. Yeah, it's 16-degree open, right?
Nice.
So yeah. So let me try to close it a little bit more by doing more motorcycle feel. I mean, getting into more bowing position on the downswing. Okay. So yeah, that was 9-degree. It only went like 2 yards right. So yeah, it gives you a feedback right away how your wrist position is like at the setup, top of the backswing, and impact.
Right.
Good.
Okay.
So do you think you will use this?
Will I use this? I think as a golfer who is a field golfer, maybe not as much, but I think any beginner to intermediate golfer should make sure all their stats are green
Yes.
before even taking lessons or hitting the ball.
100%.
Because this is just, it gets like 70% of all the biggest problems, 80% out of the way.
Oh yeah.
So that you can focus on more important things.
If you can just do it in the green zone every time, then yeah, your dispersion is like this, your dispersion is gonna be like this, and just matter of just practice.
One thing I like about it is that you can just do this at home. And then you can just practice. This is the foundations at home. Because one problem I had when I was learning golf is I could only practice with you.
Yeah.
When I'm practicing at the range, I have no idea what's going on. Or at home, I have no idea what's going on. Yeah. So overall, I think what this app helps with is just everything you're teaching, right? But mainly focused on the wrist flexion.
Yes, wrist flexion.
Yeah, and I feel like although this won't do the contact of the ball and how well the ball goes out, but if you get the wrist flexion right and just all of this right, you're gonna look like you have a proper swing, like majority.
100%.
Right, and then when they hit the ball, it's just gonna be so much easier.
You're gonna have a much more better dispersion.
Yeah.
Because wrist flexion eliminate the early casting, so it will give you a better ball contact.
Right.
And then so it's definitely better.
Right, and when I first, now I think back when I first started golfing, I wish I had this because it just gives me so much, I was so much questions at the beginning. And this just helps me, like, just tells me what to do.
So there's 3 options for this, the 3 packages. I think just one that doesn't have a drill, and then one that has the drill, and then one that has the putting.
Right.
So you can actually do the putting with
Wow.
this.
Okay, that's
And
cool.
maybe you can do some driver lesson with this one too next time.
Great.
Yes.
So if you guys enjoy this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and support our channel by checking out the HackMotion affiliate link down below.